Hello everyone, gshock here, back with another G-Shock preview video for December 2021. Only 5 models, but before I get to that, I have a few updates to share to you guys. You can skip this part of the video if you don't want to hear it. Number 1, I received a few complaints on the lighting of my recent video being too dark, so I'll just upgrade it up, and you can see it is a bit lighter now. Just bought a new lighting gear. I could even go brighter if I wanted to, so just gonna set it up to here, maybe here. Yeah, seems good. So there's that soft. Number 2 is on there's construction going on in the background. If you hear any noise, I can't do anything about that. Number 3 is I already purchased the GWG 2000 and it is taking forever to arrive, maybe because it's holiday season coming up, I don't know, but yeah, review video coming out soon. Number 4 is on something good and bad, I don't know. Recently, believe it or not, I caught COVID. Here's the tag that I received from the hospital. They tagged me for home quarantine so that I didn't go anywhere. If I went out, people notice. Anyway, now it's the last day. I just got this removed and I'm good, feeling a lot better now. Still a bit of a sinus blockage, but feeling a lot better. I experienced dengue fever, you know, all the flu and everything. That's a lot worse. COVID is pretty easy, maybe because I got vaccinated already, I don't know, but there's that. Speaking of something easy, today we're only gonna have a look at 5 G-Shock watch, one of which already been talked about twice on the channel. That's the AWG M100S VB-1AGF virtual blue color series on the M100 series, 26,400 Japanese yen. I'm not sure why Casio had delay with this watch. I have a feeling it's something to do with the detailing, because this watch has tons of detail. Regardless, this virtual blue color series apparently could glow in the dark, something that I did not know before, but under UV light only. What more interesting is that they also include a Casio oak in the same color series, so if you want a Casio oak, that's one more reason to pick from this color instead of other color variants out there, because they're special, something that you just cannot customize or buy parts and swap in your already existing Casio oak. So yeah, the virtual blue probably the best color right now for you to pick, and the price is still not as expensive, still around $100 only. Anyway, speaking of Casio oak, there's 2 more models, being the Hote collaboration. I mean, this guy made a collaboration on all the famous G-Shock, the 5600 back then, and then the 6900 because it was popular. Now the Casio is popular, and here it is. The watch looks pretty standard based on the black GA2100 with white indices, and then we have the Hote Guitar Rhythm print on there, 40th anniversary print over there, and the rest just pattern all across the bezel and also the band. And the back have this Hote album, I guess logo engraved at the back. And what's more interesting is this tin case. Look at that. It has gold color on one side and white on the other side. One thing I wish Casio would do is that instead of just doing this on the tin case, just do the same on the watch as well. You know, perhaps, maybe, I think they could do it, right? Like half part white, half part gold. That will make the watch look much more special. But apparently they just make them all white, so a bit boring, right? Just my personal opinion. But other than that, it's okay. The price is like 22,000 Japanese yen, so not big of a deal. Then we have something that's pretty big deal, GM2100FG-1A, sorry, MG-1AJR at 37,400. This thing is like $150 more than the standard, or $120 more, or perhaps 100 depending on where you live. Based on the standard GM2100, a watch that I haven't owned yet. Maybe, you know, maybe this might be it. This perhaps will be my first GM big case 2100 Casio oak. We have a lot of texture on it, including the faceplate. The subdial has gold color, the indices is gold, the ring around there just I guess just plain black. Match really well still. The window for digital display also have gold color WR20 bar in red, and the tip of this subdial hand has red accents on it for function purposes. And notice that there's nothing written on the bezel, everything just engraved with the surface texture. The GM2100 is now getting the MRG build quality on it. Even the square didn't got it yet. I mean, they upgrade the square with two-tone bezel, carbon fiber case, a full metal band and bezel, even titanium version, but nothing like this. So I like to see more of this, because I mean MRG will go for 3,000, 4,000 bucks, something that way out of my budget. Now that they're applying the same thing on the low end G-Shock, I like to see more of this built, you know, on Square or 6900 or any models, at least, not just for this guy. I mean, look at that, 37,400, and this much already sold out, and I don't think a lot of people could afford this thing in the aftermarket. The price will be very, very expensive. So yeah, Casio, please do more of this, okay? Not for Casio only, perhaps do on the Square as well. I mean, that's gonna sell the watch, I'm sure of it. Now, speaking of selling a lot of G-Shock, here it is, RD. They are back guys. GBD200RD-4JF at 22,000 Japanese yen. GBA900RD-4 AJF at 18,700 Japanese yen. I haven't made a video on that. I have the watch, though I have to point out one thing that made the 900 special. I'm not gonna say it. You know what? This watch has one single feature that makes it even better than any G-Squad G-Shock I've ever worn. So yeah, quick spoiler there. Stay tuned for the video. Anytime Casio release a G-Shock with RD and a reference number, they tend to be a lot more popular in the aftermarket after Casio ended production, because this thing is very limited. Case in point, you know, GWG 1000 RD price go up, if not maintain strong aftermarket price. And then we have the GWF 1000 RD, also very popular, very rare. And then you have the GW 7900 RD, GDX 6900 RD, GW 6900 RD. You got a point. All of those watches tend to be a lot more popular among G-Shock watch collectors out there. Since this is a G-Squad GBD200 model, if anything, this probably will be the best RD series out there, because it has tons of function, slim profile, very comfortable band, and now very nice color. More reason just to pick the watch if you haven't owned one yet, and it is only 22,000, same price point, no complaint on that. And then there's also the GBA900, although I would recommend to get the GBD200, but if you're into NADG, I don't know, simpler profile, but basically not a good reason to buy the GBA900 other than the design though, because it is not as practical. But hey, if you're into the design, why not, right? So that will be all for 5 G-Shock watch on December 2021 new release models. I already purchased, like I already said, the GWG 2000. It haven't arrived yet, it's taking forever, and even if I buy any one of these models, I doubt I'll be able to review them this month. It's gonna be a lot of delay with the holiday season and all, but I'll try to pick one up. So I'm back on track with my review video, since I already beat COVID. It really disturbed my momentum. Now I'm back, so back on schedule. I have a few plans to make. Yeah, a lot of videos to cover, a lot of videos to catch up. So I'll see you guys then. Have a nice day, guys.